The mystics tell us that the divine human soul is a part of God above, but the soul does not remain above. Instead, it descends into a mortal casing, a temporal home of flesh and blood. This unlikely alliance allows God's light to shine within our bodies, and we can use our minds, hearts, and limbs to perform the missions for which God has sent us to this world. And so the body also becomes holy. The treatment of the body of the deceased is therefore governed by strict regulations of Jewish law.
In Jewish life, death is a new beginning, it's not the end.
Zvi Gluck is the director of Amudim, a New York-based Jewish crisis intervention center, which is frequently called upon to assist in meeting the requirements of Jewish law for the dignified treatment and proper burial of the deceased.
We will go to any extent to help people when it comes to burying a loved one.
Burying a body intact, as it was at the time of passing, is essential for the dignity of both body and soul. Therefore, autopsies and embalming and similar invasive procedures are prohibited, besides for the most extenuating of circumstances.
A few years ago, I received a call about a fellow that passed away in Sierra Leone. There was a robbery involved, potential homicide. Medical examiner told us it was a heart attack. Nobody knew the truth, and there was nobody there with this fellow. The first thing we did is try to figure out how to bring the nifter back, the body back, so we can bury him. We reached out to the American Embassy. There was a power outage. It took us an extra few hours to track someone down who can get there. They ended up telling us how remote the area was where this hospital was, which wasn't even really a hospital. There was no running water or electricity. They couldn't get anyone by phone. We had to hire somebody to drive from the next major area just to tell them not to do anything. Then we needed to work with paying the hospital before they would release this person for burial. Then there was an issue with getting documentation proving who the wife was, that she could claim this person so that she could bring him in for burial. Then there was the issue of getting the local government to agree to not do the autopsy. And then we had to get the airline to agree to not do the embalmment. We were told that based on the amount of travel that would have to be done, this person would not be able to be brought to Jewish burial for the following week, meaning keeping him there for another Shabbos in Africa. And then all of a sudden somebody showed up claiming that he was a next of kin because they heard that this person had a lot of money and assets. So now they wanted to tie it up in a local court battle. And finally, by the time we brought this person in for proper Jewish burial was Wednesday. Thank God we were able to object to all autopsies and invasive procedures and things of that nature, but it was still 4 days of non-stop battles where every day there was another hurdle and hoop to jump over, just to be able to follow the tradition in accordance with Jewish law.
After a lifetime of marriage, the detachment of soul and body should not come as a bitter divorce, but as a gentle and dignified return to their respective sources.